There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am just putting socks on because it's very cold this morning. And I've just bought new slippers as well because I'm an old man, apparently. How's everyone doing? For those that are listening to this. Most likely it's people that are just watching the VOD, but hello. There we go. Hey, Batman. Oh, TQ. How you doing? Good evening. What's good evening for you? It's Monday morning at 6 a.m. for me. How are you, B? I'm guessing it's evening where you are. It's 7 p.m. on Sunday. Let me try and guess where you are. I would say America. 12 hours ahead. You're somewhere in Europe. Well, it's 12 hours behind, technically. You're not in England. You're a little bit further along.
Oh no.
Like Germany kind of area. Germany. In that direction. That's my best guess. Well, Germany is kind of like that direction. I know a lot of people dismiss England. Because the problem with England is my girlfriend's British, so she's from Burnley in England. Is that you guys are either 13 hours, 12 hours, or 11 hours behind. But most other countries don't have that differential. It's just because how your daylight savings works. So I normally don't. If you're straight 12 hours ahead or behind, I should say, I'm ahead. I normally guess England, but if it's off by like an hour, it's hard to tell whether that's because of daylight savings or not. So I don't dismiss England because I'm not allowed to, because my girlfriend's British. But that's why I went down that route. She's from Burnley. She's born in Burnley, and then she moved over here, and now she's stuck with me. She doesn't say it's stuck with, but I think she is stuck with me. And plus, we're playing you on the cricket at the moment, and we're kicking your ass. I've been keeping an eye on it. Actually, closed down my vision of the score. Yeah, well, we need to get 6 wickets, and then we'll win. And we hardly ever win a series. And it's the last test as well, so if we're going to have any chance of beating you guys in England, this is going to be the best shot. I'm a New Zealander, so I love sport. It's like it's in our blood. Cricket. Aren't you supposed to be eating them by now? Why would I be eating crickets? I don't think you know what New Zealand is. We're a British colony. Crickets and bugs have saved the planet. Ah, I think that's what you mean. Ah. They don't seem that enjoyable. Eating them, at least. I mean, I don't think it will save the planet. The only way that will save the planet is if we're, like, mass producing them and eating them. And the only reason people say it saves the planet is because technically they're easier to produce than, like, beef and stuff like that. But probably the setup to farm them probably costs quite a lot. I have to say I have very little interest in cricket, football, soccer. Nah, makes sense. Most people that like play video games and all that stuff typically don't have too much of an interest in that. The only problem is in New Zealand you typically have, you're bred up on it, so you've got several interests. That's why I never mention sport on the stream. I never go down that route. There's just no one cares. And nobody cares, Dave. Nobody cares. I can watch snooker all day long. Can't say I ever got into, like, individual sports. Like tennis, golf, snooker would be one as well. I just don't find that interesting. I like team sports better because there's just so much more that could go wrong or go right. And it's a lot harder to work as a team than an individual. And I don't know, I was never really been in individual sports. How are you doing anyway, TQ? How's your weekend, for what it's worth? Weekend has been hot. Yeah, I've heard you guys have been, like, smashing records over there. I think France, like, got the highest ever or something like that. If it helps, it's been very cold down here. This probably doesn't help. But that's my kind of... like, I have to wrap myself up. I bought slippers on the weekend. That's how cold it's been. I've never worn slippers in my life. I guess I just have to just dive into being old. Slippers. I know. It's a big moment. Like, me and my partner, we brought slippers. And we're just like, good, thick socks are good. I had thick socks last night. And I put them away when I went to bed. And I woke up this morning trying to find out where they are, but it's pitch black. So I couldn't find them. So I gave up and just got a different pair of socks. So I do have thick socks, just not with me at the moment. I'm just concentrating on doing the farming. Not a lot of pumpkins, but good enough now. But yeah, it's pretty chilly. The house that I live in as well, it doesn't retain heat very well, and it's like 100-year-old house falling to bits. Which again, I'm a bit worried about because after my transplant, I'm just going to get people constantly getting sick in a damn house. But yeah, I'm trying to grow up and be a bit of an adult with trying to keep warm and looking after my body a little bit more. Don't have much of a choice in the matter, but it does have a few benefits. Alright. What next, Dave? You had an idea. Oh yeah. I want to look for any inkies. I want to cross over the 1800 mark. Zoltan is not for everyone. It takes time to perfect. Around 90 years, I reckon. Uh, if I make it to 90 years, I'll be extremely thankful. I mean, I don't think anyone with a heart transplant has actually made it to 90 yet, but it was always a first. You never know. That's the interesting thing about heart transplants because they're relatively newish. There are still people that have hit a world record of like the longest person with a heart transplant, but are still alive now. I think the oldest one, he got a heart transplant when he was 17, and he's still alive today. Um, and that was like 40 years ago. So we still don't actually know how long someone could actually live with a heart transplant at getting it at such a young age. So I don't know. I could live there. I could live longer than all of you guys, just because they're monitoring my health like a hawk. It's like one of the I don't know if you call it the benefits, but one of the perks of being in my situation is that my health is monitored to like everything, like my liver, kidneys, everything. So when anything goes wrong, they know about like because I do blood tests like every week. Oh no, not every week. Sorry, every month. If there's anything like bad going down, it's flagged like straight away. I could easily get another 20 years. It just depends on the heart, and that's why I've been waiting 2.5 years now for it. They told me 6 months, but it's 2.5 years later, and I'm still waiting. And I know it's probably a good thing that I'm waiting because it means they can give me the best heart. And they don't just give me anything off the rack, you could say, but they're just going to find the best heart for me, so that one most compatible heart for me, which means it should last the longest. So I'm happy to wait. It's just like frustrating, which is why I do these streams, just to be out of vent and moan and complain. This chance of rejection, the later you get one. Exactly. So I'm happy to wait. I just get frustrated. That's why a lot of people like. This is the trouble with like complaining about it or being like voicing my frustration. A lot of people kind of, not a lot of people. There are a segment of people that turn around and go, "Well, you should just be lucky." you should be just grateful. You should be just like, you know, grateful you're still alive and all that stuff. It's like, I am. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. It's just I'm frustrated, and it should be okay for me to voice frustration without feeling guilty about it. And that's why for a very long time after I got the LBAD, I didn't really voice too much of it, and it was destroying me because I was so frustrated and so sick of it. But I couldn't voice anything because I would just feel bad all the time. Because I know people definitely have it worse, and I know definitely a lot of people are in more extreme circumstances than I am. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not ignorant of that. But I should also be allowed to be just frustrated over how long it's taken. And mine was at a very acute situation too, so it wasn't something that built up over years or something I had prepared for or anything like that. It was just one day I was walking to work, and the next day I was in a hospital bed getting a damn machine plugged into me. There we go. Alright, over the 2,800 mark finally. So I'm only need less than 100 to go. Fortunately, these don't appear every day, so it's rather annoying. You need to be in a bit of an outlet than try. Exactly. And so, you know, as I said, I've said many times, you probably haven't been around for this. I'm setting things up now for this to be my outlet during that year that I have off recovering. So after I get my transplant, it's they recommend around about 12 months that your immunity is shot. So I want 12 months off just to recover, get used to, and for it to be safe enough for me to be sick instead of being at work all the time and need to take sick leave all the time. So I want to take a year off, and Twitch is going to be my outlet and my social outlet, because I can't go out or anything like that. Obviously, I've got my partner. There's only so much you can say to your partner before she decides to want to kill you. So that's the whole idea. But who knows when that will be. My goal right now is just to save as much money as you can see on the screen. That's all that the fundraiser is that on my screen? No, it's not on my screen anymore. There's my fundraiser bar not there. Oh, there you go. There's my fundraiser bar. My fundraiser bar, that's all going towards that recovery pot. And it took me a while to be okay with doing fundraisers and stuff like that, but I was talked into it, and I talked into it someone in my real life that's just like, dude, some people just want to help. And people get on asking me, I'm like, alright, I'll just do it. I'm very, very grateful for that. But yeah, that's the hope anyway. We'll see how I feel though, because you know, it's easier to say it now. It's a lot different to say it once I've actually gone through everything. But that's the intention. I have also to try and stay hydrated. I find myself getting a lot more dehydrated recently. Alright, so what should we do today? We do need to finish the Zootopia area. Plan for the worst, everything else is just about exactly. That's why I'm planning on trying to get at least a year off. It's going to be hard because, unfortunately, because of my condition being a genetic condition, I don't qualify for a few financial benefits, which is a bit gardening, and it all has to I have to fundraise out of pocket basically. So that's going to be that's the first goal, and then once I get to that point, I feel a lot more comfortable. But that's why I kind of like. That's why one of the perks of it, this being dragged out, is that I get to get as much time possible to raise the money, basically. Brain's not working very well this morning. I'm like, ugh. I'm worried about picking up something I shouldn't. I don't think we go. The hope is that I somehow attract a rich Twitcher that donates me like $10,000, and then I'll be sweet. And then I'll be sweet. Our dreams will create. That's what they call dreams. What's that? I got a few stacks here. I think I've got a stack of those. Sell those. Why have not those? Oh. Alright, check those. Hey, Jessie Cat. How are you doing? Welcome back to another week of Dave. Oh, that's nearly full up. Okay, everyone said I wasn't enthusiastic enough. I think so. I need to be more enthusiastic. Not just on stream, just about stuff. And she was like, oh, what do you want for D? And I'm like, oh, I just want this. And she's like, well, don't sound enthusiastic about it. I'm like, sorry. I'm just a very contained person. I have to see those ones. But... Oh. Oh. Yeah, I knew I didn't have it. Alright, let me take that. Oh, there, I did have a stack of it, that's why it was funny. Trying to get a full chest of these flowers. Slowly getting there. I'm okay, thanks for asking. I hope you're having a good day. Well, my day's just started. The one thing, because you and TQ are quite new, the one thing you know is that when I stream, I pretty much have just woken up. So I'm either this, because I've been up for a little bit just before. Or I'm like, as Teresa says, Grumpy Dave. So I'm not Grumpy Dave today, I'm a little bit upbeat. But it's going alright at the moment. Just doing my normal grinding. I think I need to finish off the Zootopia place. Zootopia residence. And then we can actually work on a new one after my break. We'll just dump everything away. A stack of those. Oh, we'll do the parks quest for today. Try and tick them off. doing my daily routine. I like the first hour of the day is really just daily routine, ticking off a few boxes.
Did you know you're practically helping one hero?
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just woke up myself, didn't sleep well. I'm sick again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's probably pretty hot for you because you're in the northern hemisphere, I'm guessing. You never will see Australians in here, mainly because in Australia it's like 4 a.m. So typically everybody that comes to these streams are from the northern hemisphere, or if they're from, they could also be from New Zealand, but it's very rare. Normally get New Zealanders popping in around about 7 o'clock my time, so that's in about half an hour.
Like my tia Peppa says.
So it's an interesting demographic that's slowly building. Where is everybody?
Hi. Woohoo! Huh. Kinda relieved there are so many nice people.
Now that I know you're not dangerous, you humans are pretty great.
There we go.
Mmm.
Where's more?
Come on, we've got so much to do.
There we go. Oop. So hot here. It's going to be hotter. We're having a heat dome this week. Yeah, I heard about that. And I envy that a little bit because I'm very cold. Quite opposite, yeah. It's very cold. I've got a heater underneath my desk, and I have to. That's where you always see me bend down. It's just me turning on the heater. I need to get a smart plug and be able to like control it from a Stream Deck. I should say Stream Deck. One thing I have found out though, the only compatible plugs for a Stream Deck is like a Philips Hue, and those are very expensive. First world problems, I know, but actually, let's see if there's anyone in the Dream Team need anything. No, no one needs anything. Yeah. Hmm. I have to fix this. Otherwise it's going to annoy me. There's all the Toy Story kind of rides. Oh no, Pixar rides, I should say. And that's all the others. Which there aren't a lot of others.
Living here is wonderful.
I put the... Oh yeah, I put them there.
The flowers are going to
Anyway. What was I doing, Dave? Oh, yeah, let's go finish the Zootopia area. Alright, how far did we get with this? We're pretty far with it, didn't we? Oh, okay. Oop. Maybe a single one. Ah, damn it. Sorry about it. Damn. I'm gonna fix this. Like just playing Tetris, isn't it? corner piece. Oh. The seating. Do I not have any more of those seats? We'll have a little seating area here. It's just a sad corner. We'll call this the sad corner. And then put one of the sides here. Ah, that's good enough. That's the Zootopia area done. Or at least until they introduce something. Trees make a hell of a difference. Alright, that's good enough. I'm in the corn maze. I would want to make mine a full corn maze though. I just love fall. It's one of my favorite seasons. What's a corn maze? What's a corn maze? Because I just made a maze full of hay. Is that what they call it? A corn maze? Why do they call it a corn maze? Alright, let's test it with character. Hold on. Let's test it with generating some characters there. Oh, what? I can still set those. Yep. Let's generate some characters there.
You're a very wise leader.
Oh,
I can tell.
just tricking a whole bunch of characters to spawn. There you go. Whole bunch of carriages now spawned. Well, the Sully's got all the way out there now. Sully's nearly free. It's like a hay maze, but made with growing corn and a maze pattern. I meant to say hay maze, but yes, corn maze exists. Ah, okay. That's been an American thing. All right, an American thing. There's probably one in New Zealand. I just never seen one before. This is the. If oh no, damn it! How do I? Trying to figure out a way to just spy on them. There you go. Camera mode. There we go. Sally's nearly free. I think Sally's going to be the first one to get free. Oh, oh, Tramp. Tramp free. No, no, Tramp's going the wrong way. Tramp totally missed the exit. You probably could get like a whole bunch of them and trap them in there, and then you could actually put like a hay barrel here and just get them to all gather here, and then remove the hay barrel and see what happens. Oh, Sally's nearly out. Oh no, I think Tramp actually got out. Yeah, Tramp is out. Tramp is heading to his area over there. And Sally's out too. There you go. But you could do something like that. Alright, well now with this big area kind of done. I just noticed villages. Yeah, this basically this item. Yeah. Nah, get all the way there. This item here, because they all randomly generate when you want to take a picture, so it just causes a whole bunch to spawn, and then you can just keep on doing it. God, Hercules, dude, time and place, bro. Not working. There you go. It takes a little bit to regret. There you go. And then you can just keep on doing that. But then you could put a hay barrow there. At the... I'm tripped. Yeah, you could put a hay barrel, like, here to hold them out. Or contain all of them, generate every single one of them, and then release it. See what happens. So it looks like they can easily get out, though, so it's not that tricky. Some of them are still stuck there. Alright, well, as this kind of section is all done, I'm going to start putting some... Actually, no, Enchanter I still need to do. I'll finish off. It's got a hangout spot, but it needs a food area and crafting area and all that stuff. Just some of this down. There you go. All done. Why have I got that there? A random table there. There's gonna be carriages everywhere for a while. I'll let Mike run around for a while. Where's Pocahontas going? Decided to go a long way there. But yeah, we'll roll the dice and we'll see what area we get after break. So I get the list. Took that off. Screen. Alright, Zootopia is done. We'll hide that. Cool. Alright. Oh. Ooh. Just hurting. Should we do? It must be before break. I got a chair as well, and it's so great. So much less pressure on my back. get rid of that. That was the previous expansion. Oh, previous updates thing. Got left to do continue. Oh yeah, pretty sure I did. Vault rewards. So I've got all that left to get. That is a Hercules house star, so I'm gonna have to somehow fit that in Hercules. We ticked off that, ticked off that. So I'm just grinding out for that one now. There's only 3 weeks left according to this. It's gone so quick. I don't think what else I can do, because normally you spend like the first hour just doing like. I guess I could do a fish run room. Oh. Okay. Ooh, cool. Hang on. world. Anything interesting? Still some bit crap.
The morning tide is
Pretty sure that got all. I haven't been on your game for days. I did my dream stamp and quit this week. It's been a rough week, so I needed a small break from the game. No, it's fair. The game isn't designed to play every day. I mean, yes, they put incentives for you to play every day, but it's supposed to be a casual, non-stressful game, so definitely take a break from it. That's why some people kind of like doing the update and that's it, and then they move on and wait until the next update comes out. And I do agree with that. I think I play way too much. But it's built into my routine, so it's helping me in other ways. And all these fish. Pretty sure all the fish are mine.
How's it going?
Not this way, because I need to start working on replenishing my vanilla soon. I played 98 hours since I bought it 2 weeks ago, slowing down now. Yeah, definitely take your time with it. I think a lot of people think you need to play it a lot. No, chill out. Do what you're doing now. Just watch streams about it, and then that inspires you to play it, and then it feels less of a chore and more of a fun thing. I'm lucky that I've got lucky is a term for it, but I'm glad I've got ADHD and I need to build it into my routine so it doesn't feel so much of a chore. Sometimes it does, but I mean it really sets me off in a really good state. But what we'll do now is we'll switch over into this view, and we'll work out what area we're going to work on when we get back from break. So, for those that are listening rather than seeing it, number 1 is Beauty and the Beast. Number 2 is Snow White. Number 3 is Little Mermaid. 4 is Aristocats. 5 is Bambi. 6 is Robin Hood. 7 is Fantasia. 8 is The Emperor's New Groove. 9 is Encanto. 10 is Moana. 11 is Big Hero 6. 12 is Tangled. 13 is Wish Blossom Ranch, the main center. 14 is Wish Blossom Ranch, the theme park. 15 is Incredibles. 16 Cars. 17 Coco. 18 Bugs Life. 19 Seeing Red. And 20 now is Toy Story. So we're going to roll the dice. We're going to see what we're going to work on when we get back. 15. The Incredibles, which is an area I had just visited, so I think I did that. I did Elemental last week. But we're going to be doing the Incredibles when we get back. Not a lot to do there. And I know there's a house that I could have gotten, but a house skin I could have gotten and I didn't get. So I'm going to have to leave space for that. But when we come back, we're going to do the Incredibles. Let's make that small again. Switch over there. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna switch over to my bag. Oh, I don't know why I go multicam now. I need to get another camera. One that actually shows my, we'll call it my Albad bag.
Ah, what a perfect day for training.
And for bag switch. My hip beeping. This probably looks so dodgy. Camera. I know. I know. I didn't get in the house either. Maybe they should. Yeah, this is why I think they should move away from the FOMO and just give a catalog. I think that would make a lot more money too if they just have a catalog and people can just buy whatever item they want from the premium shop whenever they want. I think that's a lot going to be also a lot more endurable, especially like, oh, I want to put like $100 into the game and get all the stuff,
Do I have
but you have to kind of gamble on when you're going to get that stuff. So feels like FOMO is dying. And I don't think games that rely on FOMO are going to last very long. Like everyone's pushing back on it pretty hard. So they need to move to that format. Anyway, I'm going to get a coffee. Once we get the coffee, I coffee my meds, and then we'll crack into the incredible section, which will be fun. All right. All right, so I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, we're back. We're back. I spilled the coffee in my hands. My hand hurts. Oh, morning coffee just takes a minute. Alright, so let's get to work on this area. I'm pretty sure we're going to have enough time to finish it. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to go to at all. The only thing I'm worried about is probably the misgrinding, which I don't think is going to be too much of a drama. So it's over here. Clearing the room. Alright, what I'm going to do is also, I'm going to pick up everything and go to Scrooge's shop. Let's make sure I've got everything I need for the area. Exception of that. Because that's a pet. Yeah, it's an incredible squirrel. That's going to bring some life to the area. God, so many of these. Up. Let's go to Scrooge's. See if there's anything I don't need. And we've got everything. Hey, Susie. Oh. Oh, Susie, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no. You know I've got social anxiety. Having more than like just 10 people on my stream freaked me out. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mega. I really do appreciate it. Hi everybody. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. There's not much going on. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Yasmin, for tracking that down. Hi everybody. How are you all doing? My name's Dave. That's pretty much it. Hey Dave, I bought friends. Yeah, I told them you're awesome. Don't know why you keep on telling people that. It's gonna bite you on the butt. Oh, thanks, Emmeline22. The question is, you can't be born in 22, and that would make you, what, 3? I don't know. Emelina, sorry, Emelina. But my mistake. Game Freak 78. Got a feeling that's not the real Game Freak, though. I'm just gonna be cynical. How many? Apparently, there's 21 other Emelinas, which is quite interesting. One thing is a very common name. Emmeline was a nickname. Emmeline or Emmelina? Emmelina. Emmeline was a name for me growing up, though. Oh, that's fair enough. Like, my name growing up was Headcase, which sounds mean, but my last name is Heads, so it makes sense. Hi, Dave. Susie recommended you. I don't know why she does that. She's crazy. She's crazy. Anyway, what we were doing just before, and I'm gonna try and suppress my anxiety. We're building out the Incredibles section. So every section in my Dreamlight Valley builds, every character, every realm has its own little section. I've even got a little checklist that we check every day, which I'll check over there, where we roll this dice. It's a green D20 dice, and that decides what round we do today. So today we're doing the Incredibles. Oh my god, you have a damn it, Dave. We are the same. Wait until he plays it. Yeah, we have a damn it, Dave, because there's a thing every time I make a mistake, I say damn it, Dave. And so we've got this little thing here.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
There you go. That's the damn it, Dave, that we play when I make a mistake or do something stupid. So it's my damn it, Dave. But yeah, it's because I'm Dave. It started as a random thing I would say to myself, and then people get on saying "damn it, Dave" in chat, and then so it's kind of evolved that way. I appreciate that, Susie, for saying that. I'm also fundraising at the moment, as you can see at the top. I'm on the heart transplant list. I'm only 38, so most likely only 2 heart transplants in my life. But currently raising money so I can put that towards my recovery once I finally get my heart, which is bound to happen any day, I think. I'm on the waiting list for 2.5 years, and it's kind of driving me a bit nuts. But, yeah. Anyway. I think that's all the incredible stuff there. Well, thank you, Susie. Gotta have to play it again. Just because. I spy.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
There you go. Shouldn't just make it a thing every time someone donates, because it doesn't happen a lot. Every time someone donates, I should push the button. But I've got a feeling if all of a sudden there's like a frenzy of it, it would just be that the whole stream. Which will be great for my heart recovery. Won't be great for my ears. Just swearing all the time. Anyway. Alright, so as I was saying before, I didn't get the Incredibles house skin that was in the shop at the time it came out. I meant to, but it was just one of those things that my ADHD kicked in and I completely forgot. So we're going to build it without the house, and hopefully the house comes up eventually. Sometime in the future. I think that's one of the frustrating bits is the FOMO aspect still kind of diving into. Oh no! Thanks, Daddy! Get well soon. Oh, thank you. It's going to be a while, but yeah, thank you. I do appreciate it, and we'll play it. Why not? Oh, thanks, Vic. Whoa, whoa! Guys, don't need to donate. I'm not desperate. I really appreciate it.
Fucking damn it, Dave.
Alright, thanks, Meg01099. Really appreciate it. I'll do a damn it day for you too. That's very, very nice.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
There we go. And I do insist that all the money that is donated goes directly into my fundraiser account. And I don't touch it. It just sits there. So I really, really do appreciate it. You guys are very thankful. And thank you, Susie, for bringing in apparently your rich friends to donate some money. You didn't tell me you had all these rich friends hanging around. Oh, thank you, Neddy. It's from Game of Thrones, but why am I blanking on it? But you know when you say a word and you've said it so many times, but then when you have to force yourself to say it, you can't think of the word. But rich friends are also friends for sure. Yeah, I do appreciate it. Baratheon. Baratheon? I'm saying that wrong. I'm not gonna even try. But I really do appreciate it. It's very, very sweet of you. Um, and and oh, how much that's got what? That's gotten me like I'm gonna do some math real quick. That's gotten me based off all those numbers there. It's gotten me nearly another day of recovery. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, Brit. Brit C. Brit T. Brit C. Brit C. Dave, I told you before I have the best community. I never said you were lying. I never implied. In German, it sounds awful. How do you say it in German? I don't think AI is like you could just type in something in Google and say this in German with a German accent. But by the way, how are you? I'm all right. I'm all right. Machine's still okay. Machine's here, keeping me alive. I bought slippers for the first time, so now I feel like an old man. I actually went out and bought slippers. What else? No, that's pretty much it. Everything else was boring. It was a boring old weekend. How are you? How's life in streaming and being a popular streamer land? I don't know. Is it cold there? We just have a massive heat wave there. Today is the first day. That's sort of cool. It is winter at the moment, and it's very cold. Let me just check what the temperature is right now. You want to check it? So you guys can see what I'm saying. There you go. This is the Met service, kind of what we normally go to. It's currently feels like 9.7 degrees. Oh no, it feels like 7. It is 9.7 degrees. Feels like 7. Degrees to Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. How do you spell Fahrenheit? I don't know. I can't spell. So what's that? 7 degrees. So it feels like 7 so it's 7 degrees. So it feels like 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit. You just had 37 degrees. Yeah. Damn, that's hot. God. I don't think New Zealand's ever got that. I don't think New Zealand's ever got above like 35. I think 35 is the highest. We're in New Zealand last year. Oh, where did you go, Natty? Where in New Zealand? Yeah, heavy heater on. Went to the hallway. It's freezing cold. Went back to my room. That's what. Yeah, Spy's probably the only regular New Zealander we have here, other than one of my mods. So it is very, very cold. What was I doing? Incredibles. Alright, I'm going to get out of edit mode real quick. Just because I don't want it to crash on me. And now let's go. Where's Incredibles? I really wish they put this in the ABC order. There we go. Alright, so we don't have too much. Put the suit down as like an entry point. Remember getting this from the first Star Path. That suit. I was excited because when the first Star Path came out and it had that suit, I was really looking forward to Incredibles being put into the game. Still hasn't happened. A guy can dream though. So I'm making this area reasonably large, despite the fact it doesn't have a lot of items. And that's really to future-proof it. So if they do introduce new characters to the game, or they get that house skin, I have some areas to play with. Let's get rid of the hole. Hey, the sound, did that trigger on its own? No, didn't. What sound? Wellington, Hobbiton, of course. So I'm based in Wellington. Oh, you heard it randomly. I forgot if I type your name, it triggers it off. What triggers it? What? What? I'm very confused. What sound? Dave, yeah? When you type Dave, what? What happens when you type Dave? Sometimes when I switch screens, it does it. Hold up. No, that didn't do it that time. Really? I didn't hear it. Because it's a button on my Stream Deck. So I've got a little Stream Deck here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I've got a little Stream Deck here. There's a button here that I press. And that's what triggers it. So I don't know how it can trigger on its own.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
Really, it's really loud. It's the only sound effect I have on it. It shouldn't trigger for no reason. That is odd. So the button, I've got it built that way because originally when I built it into OBS, type your name, it went off. Because when I built into OBS initially, and I played it, it would only play it. I wouldn't hear it myself, so I wouldn't know when it was going off. So I changed it. So it plays for me when I push the button and plays for the stream. But clearly there is something else that triggers it, and I don't know what. I wonder what it does. Oh, that didn't do it. Odd. It is strange, but now I'm going to be... You have to tell me if it happens again, or when it happens again. Alright, so we want a little hangout spot as well. This build is going to be very, very small and very basic. I've been, oh, where are you? Hiking the Abel Tasman. I have not done that yet, but it is something I want to do when I get after my transplant. I think it'll be a bit of an achievement for me. Won't be for a while, but there's a lot of things I kind of want to do once I get my transplant. Having a shower would be great because I haven't had it. I've had a shower, but I have to. So because this machine is plugged into me non-stop, I can't unplug it anytime. So whenever I go for a shower, I have to put it into a waterproof bag before going in the shower. So I have to wear a bag while I have showered. I had a shower yesterday. But the annoying thing is I have to put it in a bag, and I can't properly shower, you know? And bending down, I feel all like dizzy and stuff all the time. Shut up. I said the wrong word. I didn't describe it right. Leave me alone. This is online bullying. This is how it starts. Now, what's a good fence for Incredibles? I don't know what's a good fence for Incredibles. I mean, it could be a basic dark wire fence like I've done for the Elemental area. No, it doesn't feel right. There really isn't a lot of stuff that I can put for Incredibles. I used to do that when I got disease spells. Yeah, I mean, I get disease spells quite a lot, but it's just one of the things that I've just Sally kind of slowly got used to. I thought you were supposed to be just lurking, Susie. Go rest. You just finished streaming. You need to breathe. I know what it's like right after you finish your stream, so I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to be able to go have a break without feeling obligated to talk. Sorry, just waiting for a food delivery. Ah, what you getting? I had the time of my life in New Zealand. Nice. That's what I like to hear. I mean, I think because I live here, it's like one of those things I don't really appreciate it as much as I probably should. We obviously have our issues, just like any society, but I think most of the time we're chilled out, and that the problems that come about outside of a lot of the racism stuff are rather mundane. Like you get sometimes on the news, someone's dog being stolen is like the number one story. There's just not a lot going on, and that chill vibe kind of works. You ordered a honey mustard chicken wrap and a milkshake and chili cheese nuggets. Damn, that sounds delicious. Where did you order that from? I say that knowing full well that there's no way in hell I'll be able to order it myself. I'll put another check. There really isn't a lot here. I'm gonna have to put foliage down to kind of flesh it out a little bit. Once I figure out what gate I want. Just a burger place here. Ah, okay. We have some good burger places here. I have to admit, there's Burger Fuel, and then there's Burger with Wisconsin. I don't like Burger Wisconsin that much. I love the water taxis and the Seal Scenic cruise. It was so overwhelming. It was a great experience of your life. Oh, that's cool. That's good to hear. That's by. I remember like going down a random road. Me and my partner were just driving around randomly, and we saw a huge colony of seals just chilling out. And I think it was just like the most, and there was no one else around. It was just the most surreal kind of moment. Like, oh, this is so cool. Seals are alright as long as you don't piss them off. I think that's where a lot of people make the mistake. They piss off seals. Don't piss off seals. That's my words of advice. That's my words of wisdom for today. Don't piss off the seals. Dave 2026. Alright, well, we're going to go with this. And it's not the best looking place, and to be honest, you just don't have a lot of stuff. So we're going to decorate it with trees. Me too, I got a lot of debris coming back to Germany. I think it's just, if you should never be depressed about leaving a place if you've enjoyed it, because it means it was worth it. And I know that's easier to say than do. But it means it was all worth it in the end. And it cost thousands of dollars to get to New Zealand. So I think that's why just a lot of people like move here. They just want more chilled out vibe. The only problem is that if everyone moves here and brings their non-chilled out vibes here, it's not going to be chilled out anymore. Everyone's going to be like hating each other and yelling at each other. Which we still do. We just do it to a lesser degree. Yes, don't seals and their boundaries not to be protected. Yeah, I think that's a big one at the moment is protecting nature, and there's a few things going down at the moment that's kind of frustrating people in terms of that. See, foliage really makes a difference. Like those trees, I don't like that one, but those trees really have just changed this area to make it look fuller than it actually is. It's totally a once-in-a-lifetime experience because of all that money. Yeah, that's the only bugger of it. I have the hope that things will go in the opposite direction and actually get cheaper rather than more expensive, but the world isn't really proving that to me at the moment, which is a bit frustrating. God damn it. The annoying thing about these holes, right? You can't get rid of them with trees, but you can get rid of them with items. Oh, normally you could. Which items? There you go. Those items, there you go. Just not apparently the ancient machine. And for a lazy person like me, it's annoying. I can get rid of, you must, yeah, get rid of that with item, but you can't get it with a tree. Don't know why. Just a weird bug. It ain't Dreamlight Valley if there isn't a bug. But I was saying, I hope things do get cheaper in terms of transport and everything. The only problem with AI and making things cheaper is if no one's working, no one's going to be able to pay for anything. And so you can make things cheaper, you make things more accessible, but if no one's working or earning any money, it doesn't really mean anything because no one's got anything to spend anything on. Well, never mind our inflation and infrastructure, Auckland has the worst at the moment. I also don't appreciate the country's politics at the moment. The news lately seems to yeah, I know. I think it's been too. I'm not going to go too much into politics, New Zealand politics at least, but I think it's just got too. I hate to use the word, but it's become too Americanized and with this kind of like identity politics. And by identity politics, you mean if someone says they're a diehard X or a diehard Y, you know, saying I'll never vote for the other side, or I'm always going to be this, or anything like that, and then just yelling at each other all the time. And that's why sometimes it's refreshing to have politics. I just like, look, dude, I just want to help. I just want to make things better. I don't really care about all that crap. And then the minute the politicians say that, everyone like blasts them for it. It's like sometimes they just don't care. They just want to get on with the job and do the whole point of being in politics, which is helping people. Which for some reason we've all forgotten. We've all forgotten that particular aspect of it all. The whole point of politics is to make everyone's life better. So ideally you want in a situation where, and this is the Star Trek mentality, right? The Star Trek mentality is no one needs to work. Everyone just can do whatever they want in their life and everything will be fine. You can be a streamer for the rest of your life. You can do whatever. You don't need to worry about income. You don't need to worry about money. That's where we want to be. In an ideal world, the only thing we want to do is improve humanity, make everyone's life the best as possible. And let's be honest, no one wants to work. No one really wants to work. So that's where we want to get to. But every time anyone tries to push in that direction, you always get people pushing back, which I don't really understand other than if you're rich, you want to stay rich. Fair enough. The thing about if money wasn't a problem. The thing about if money wasn't even a thing. Just they abolished currency, which is what happened in the Star Trek universe. They just got rid of money because they could just make everything. There was a food replicator, you just make a food replicator. Isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we're all fighting for? Like, and that universal income is a good example of that utopia, whatever you want to call it. That dream of the fact that people don't need to feel like they need to work to survive. And the minute you do that, it means people are starting to work for their passions. People are starting to work for the right reasons. People are going to be doing things for the right reasons, not because of greed, because it doesn't matter anymore. Greed or a social greed becomes more popular. I want to do a good thing so people like me or people respect me, instead of I want to earn money so people like me and people respect me. That's where we want to eventually be. But I don't know. A lot easier to say that than break down generations of social structure. Alright, well, move that there. Alright, well, I think that looks pretty enough. I feel like something should be here in the middle. Maybe I'll put the pet there. We're just here. I'm going to go offline a bit for it. Well, enjoy, Susie, and I appreciate everyone coming along. And if you're going to leave me, I do appreciate you chilling for as long as you have. But I don't know how entertaining I actually am. I'm only on for another like 20 minutes anyway before work. I do this every day. I stream for 2 hours just before work. And tomorrow is Dinkum, so Have a good decorating session day, AFC you soon. I hope to as well. And Susie, I'm very proud of you of how far you've come, so good on you. I like watching Susie from afar, watching her grow as a streamer and been doing so well. It's been a joy to watch, and I like people succeeding and watching people that come to the stream, and especially when they were a little small, like Susie. And there was another one, I can't remember her name. She stopped streaming because she got married. I can't remember what it was, but just seeing them come into their own, it's been great. Watching you for, I mean that in the not in the least creepiest way possible, Yasmin. Don't do that. David's like my brick brother, except for I'm older. That is true. But let's hope he's taller than me. I'm 5'11". I don't know how tall you are. I'm 5'11". But I stream every day. My stream. I'm going to do the blatant advertisement. I do Dreamlight Valley Monday, my time. Monday to right now is Monday. Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then Dinkum Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I do that every 2 hours every day. Yeah, thanks. I look for Hawaiian pizza. I don't like Hawaiian pizza. Not tall, but not that tall. Well, my girlfriend's pretty short. My girlfriend's 5 feet on a good day, or 5'1" on a bad day. Oh no, good day. Good day she's 5'1". On bad day she's like 5 or 4'11". My girlfriend's quite short compared to me. Alright, take care, Susie. And I think we're... See, I knew this build was going to be nice and quick, just because there's not a lot. There's a bit of seating area, so that will draw the NPCs in, which is what we want. I might tidy up this a little bit. The whole idea is that it's a little bit future-proofed as well, so there's a bit of area I can expand into over here. And I think I could put the house... I'm not sure the grid for the house. So I could put the house there, and that kind of will flesh things out a little bit. But also, if they introduce Incredibles with a update, I have some spots to kind of grow into. So that's the whole idea of this particular area. I don't like the fence, but I think the fence will do for now. I know I shouldn't, but Hawaiian pizza wasn't even made in Hawaii. I found that many years ago. Well, it's kind of like kiwi fruit, eh? Because kiwi fruit's not actually fruit from New Zealand. It's a Chinese gooseberry, which was imported into New Zealand, which we marketed as kiwi fruit. So when you're eating a kiwi fruit, you're actually eating a Chinese gooseberry, which sounds more accurate to what it actually is. Because it does look like a gooseberry. Feels like we need something here. Wow, the New Zealanders scammed us. Basically, yes. It was deliberately a marketing thing. But now you guys call it kiwis instead of kiwi fruit, and we have a bird that's a kiwi. So I remember when I was young in America, because I lived in America. I lived in North Carolina, then moved down to Florida. I remember the first time I was there, and I was like a 9-year-old kid. When someone saying that they were going to eat a kiwi, and it freaked me out because I love kiwis. Because they're like native endangered bird, and I was like, why the hell are you guys eating kiwis? That's why they're endangered, and they made fun of me. That was the end of that story. Didn't have a happy ending. There was no happy ending in that one. They just made fun of me. They meant they were going to eat you because you're a kiwi. Yeah, they didn't call... To be honest, because this was before Lord of the Rings came out. They didn't call me a Kiwi. They knew I was from, like, this weird foreign country called New Zealand. Now, because of Lord of the Rings, everyone freaking knows us. But back then, this was 1999. They didn't know it. It was just before Lord of the Rings came out. I got bullied because I was the foreign kid. I got a swirly as well. I wasn't too happy with that one. I've got a few mental scars. I just love how the kiwi birds run around like maniacs. Yeah, I do like them, and I think it's awesome seeing like New Zealand's got this big thing at the moment, and I think Tom Scott did a really good video on it as well about pest control, about how we're trying to eliminate all rats and mice from a particular area. And I'm actually in one of those areas that they've eliminated rats and mice. And so you're getting all these native birds coming back, like tuis and kaka, and you're hearing kaka in the morning going. And kaka is like a parrot, it's like a kia. I'll see if I can quickly Google it. What? No, I don't want to see that person. So this is a kaka. So these birds are they're like parrots, a little bit intelligent parrots, and they're becoming more and more common. Now we're getting them all over the place. You can hear them just cawing and just flying around. It's so cool. You just look out your window and there's a freaking parrot like that, just chilling out, destroying the tree, but just chilling out. And you're seeing all these species coming back and trying to return to what New Zealand was before it was infected by us Europeans. And it's been really great to see the recovery on it, and it's really special. And I do think that it is possible to try and eliminate all, because before dirty Europeans came around, there was only one mammal in New Zealand, and that was a bat. It was a bat down south, I think it is. So all the stoats, all the hedgehogs, everything, all mammals were imported from us dirty humans. So it kind of destroyed a lot of species that had evolved to not needing to protect themselves against mammals. So we've spent decades now trying to eliminate, and now we've finally made progress. So I'll see if I can bring up a map. I'll just show you for a little bit of context, and you're going to find out where I exactly live, so hopefully it's not too bad. Alright. So this is the map of New Zealand. So this is where I live, down here. So this is all in New Zealand. It's about the size of England, or Britain. And so Spy lives up in here, up in Auckland. I live down here. And ignore the dot. Oh, that dot's not even where I live. That's a park. That's definitely not there. So this is where. So this is. I'll show you the suburb I live in. I live here. And Peter Jackson lives here. So this is where the workshop is. So I'm here. Where the workshop is there. The airport's there. And so what they did is a bit of a program, a pest control program. And what they've managed to do is eliminate all rats from this area here, and it's slowly getting pushed back here. So I think the line now is about here to where they've eliminated. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can see my mouse. About here is where they've eliminated all kind of rats and stoats. I think they've been working on this area here most recently, but all this has been eliminated. So all the kind of like native species that they're reintroducing are safe here. So they're breeding, and then they're flying over here, and they're kind of spreading out there. So the more this line gets pushed back in terms of the pest control line, the more this native species is coming back. And there is also a sanctuary called what's it called? Where is it? Where is the sanctuary? I'm trying to. I can't find the sanctuary. It's called Welling. I think it's one Tony. Whatever it's called. It's not one Tony. What am I thinking of? Zealandia. There it is. This is Zealandia. So this is a sanctuary here where they fenced off all this land around here so no pests can come into it. And all the native species are breeding there. So a lot of the time, and this took decades, a lot of the time they were just breeding kaka. I'm just going to make sure this doesn't freeze on me. They were breeding kaka and all these native species here until the population was big enough. Then they started flying everywhere. And yeah, they still get attacked and sadly killed from dogs and cats and other stoats and all that fun stuff. But they all seem to come back here to breed. So what's happened here is that they've spread out all the way here, and now species from over here that establish themselves there are flying back here to breed and then flying back out. But now we're seeing species staying there to breed. So this is what we want, and eventually that's going to expand and expand. And the whole idea is that they want to move this pest line out to cover essentially the whole country. Now, there's a lot of islands up here that are pest free. I think Stewart Island is pest free too. That's Stewart Island all the way down here. And there's a whole bunch of islands or sanctuary islands that they have here for native animals and so forth. So those ones are easy. It's just the mainland is the hard bit. Because a lot of people don't know this. We've got kangaroos in New Zealand that are pests because they've got it out of control, like somewhere up here. They don't know where, but the kangaroos have been breeding, and marsupials have been breeding and moving south, which is causing problems. So people are now trying to kill them, damn kangaroos, and get rid of them. So we've got problems, but I think it's really cool that we've managed to have this particular place here just completely pest free, and luckily there's a big airport here. I went to get Burger King, like right here. There, I went to that Burger King yesterday, and we discovered that the person taking the order wasn't a person; it was AI, and it didn't make us feel good at all. We're refusing to go back to that Burger King ever again. But yeah, it's cool that we've got this line. It's been pushed back, and yeah, that's the story of the New Zealand situation. I wonder if I could say pest free NZ progress. See if I can find it. The whole goal is predator free by 2050, which I don't. It's probably not going to be achieved, but the fact that they're trying is pretty great. Just trying to see if there's a progress. Oh, here we go. So this is the progress they've made. The Miramar is what we were just looking at. So Miramar's here. And so they're saying they've got Hataitai clear. That's where I live. I live in Hataitai, so that's clear. Strathmore Park. Where's Strathmore Park? Well, Strathmore Park was there. Seaton. Seaton, I think, is here. Yeah, Seaton's there. Kilburnie. So Kilburnie is here. So that's free as well. Lyle Bay. So Lyle Bay is here. So you can see the line is around about here now. Melrose. Yeah, Melrose is bait and traps and bait station installed. So they're working on Melrose here. Rongotai. Where's Rongotai's here? Yeah, Rongotai's here. So yeah, it looks like the line is about here now. Now this is probably going to be the tough one, the Wellington City Central. That's going to be tough. A lot of buildings, a lot of places to hide. I think this is going to be probably the hardest bit. In multiculture, we call Fantas Pi Waka Waka. It's a P. No, it'll be P Waka Waka. They're known to be curious messengers connected with death and other spiritual events. I still think they're amazing birds, regardless of their nature. Yeah, I think they're cool too. I think a lot of New Zealand birds have very unique qualities to them that may really make them stand out. Oriental Bay, 95%. Now, typically when it goes 95% or like 40% cleared, it means that a lot of the traps aren't being triggered anymore. And so probably like 60% of the traps that they're setting are being triggered and 40 aren't. So it means they're making progress. So Newtown's here, which is massive. Like, that's a big place. This is where the hospital is. This is where I spend a lot of time, sadly. Mount Vic. So Mount Vic is here. So it's they're getting into the CBD. This is a really good progress. This is 95% clear. It's slowly making progress. I think the hardest bit is probably all this stuff, all these big open areas here. I think that's going to be very difficult. But the fact of like they've got that far is impressive. And I do encourage anyone to watch the Tom Scott video on it. I'll see if I can Google it. This one. I'm not gonna play it. It's on mute at the moment. So yeah, this is a really good video. So he is standing, for the record, he is standing right. Get this right. He'll be standing about here, right here, overlooking that. My house is like here, somewhere there. I'm not going to point out exactly where is it. But yeah, it's actually I just realized it's identifying my house there. Damn it, can't see it now. Damn it. Anyway, but yeah, it shows you how much progress, and there's something I've been really proud to be watching. Oh yeah, there you go. There's the map. Damn it, Dave. We'll play Damn it, Dave on that one. And yeah, it's been cool. It just shows it is possible as well.
God, fucking damn it, Dave.
Yeah, there we go. Damn it, Dave. But yeah, it just shows you how far it's come, and can't wait to it to grow and to expand. Anyway, so we'll mark this section off as being done. I know it wasn't going to take me long, but we'll mark that off being done. We'll dart back over to where should we go? Oh, great. Just gotta tick everything off, and get ready for Wednesday to do all that again. Cool. And back here. Ooh. I need to tidy up this area, but it is on my list of things to do. To tidy up a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit messy at the moment. A lot of the time I just dump things down because I think they look good and then decide to clean them up later, but I never get around to cleaning them up. I'm trying to have a statue of every character I can get. Oh no, I didn't mean to. Oh. By the way, Dave, did you see the Dream Team's gallery? I saw something sus. Alright, let's go look at the Dream Team. Alright, Spire, what's going on? So Merlin is having dinner with Jasmine. I just said I wasn't sure whether to say Yasmin or Jasmine. Thanks, Jasmine. You ruined Jasmine for me. Merlin's sitting down with Jasmine, and Aladdin is just staring at them. Look, whatever they do in their personal life, it feels like a clucking kind of situation, but we're not gonna. We're not. Maybe they enjoy that kind of thing. Maybe Aladdin enjoys Jasmine flirting with other men while he watches. She watches? I don't know. Which one gets enjoyment out of it? Whatever one gets enjoyment out of it. Look, whatever they do in their private life should remain private. It's not up to us to judge it. Alright, we've got about 3 minutes to go. If anyone's got any final words, now's the time to mention them. Maybe Merlin was asking Jasmine about asking out Fairy Godmother. You know, I don't think sadly, I don't think Dreamlight Valley has the guts to commit to that. I think they should, but I just don't think they will commit to that. I think that the problem with the Dreamlight Valley is that I think they're tied between like doing their own thing versus keeping to canon. And I feel like they've earned the right to start. And you see them bridging away from that now, especially with the Dreamweaver. I'm hoping that's an original character that they've come up with. Because it feels like at this point, they deserve to kind of to stretch their legs a little bit and, you know, make a character that's exclusive to the game. Like they've done with the Forgotten and they've done with the book. Whatever the book's called. Can't remember what the book's called. But dive into that and allow them to open up. I think that the worry is that will put people off of like you tease this new character, and it turns out to be a character that no one can identifies with, or at least no one has seen before. And so it's hard for them because they can't do that in an update because people will just be disappointed. People just flat out just be gutted over the fact that it's not a character they know. So I feel like they've earned the right to do it, but I don't think they can get away with doing it, if that makes sense. Put that away. Alright, and I can sell all that. Yeah, I'm just going to put everything away before we finish the day. Not looking forward to today. No particular reason, it's just work. Work.
Good thing the cold doesn't bother me.
Cool. Cool. I know, I think it's paranoid. I know what I think. I want our avatar to have a love interest. It's Disney. That's too much for an update. Like we get to choose a storyline, boys, girls, same genders. Ultimately, that's what does that mean? IMHR. In my honest opinion. Yeah. I agree with that. It's just that they'll never commit to it because I think people have this now expectation that every update's going to bring with it a character or something like that. They could include that in an expansion. I think that's the closest thing they could do, like a DLC expansion that has those standard characters, but then they've got this on top of it. I think that's probably the only way they can angle for it. And then the more they do it, more comfortable people will get with it, as long as it's done right. If it's a character just like looks gross or people aren't sold on it, they're not going to be able to get away with it. So that they would have to put probably a lot more care into it than they normally do. So, alright, well that's where we're going to leave it for today. So I really appreciate everyone for popping along today. I really appreciate a lot of Susie for her raid and for everyone following, and especially those who were donated, such as... let me try and get this out. So thanks, Ava. Oh, I didn't say Ava when it initially happened. Sorry, Ava. Thanks, Ava19995. Thank you. I'm going to read my thing now. It's too many people. Thank you, Megas. Thank you, Game Freak. Thank you, Emelina. And thank you, Susie, for tipping $5, Natty for tipping 10, and Mega for tipping $11.69, which I find funny because it's a funny number. I really, really do appreciate it. Oh, and thanks, Natty, for the follow, and Britt for the follow as well. Really appreciate it. It's probably the most follows I've had in the day for an extremely long time. And I really appreciate it. All that money is going to the right spot. So I really appreciate it. But thanks everyone else that has popped along. Thank you, Spy. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you. Who else spoke? Susie, I already said thank you. Don't get two things. Thanks, Jesse, Cat. Thanks, TQ. And thanks anyone else out there that has watched, could watch, or will be watching. I do see you guys watching the VODs as well, which is extremely appreciative. We'll finish the day in Hercules area because it is Hercules update. And if I never see any of you guys that have come around for the raid again, hope you guys have an amazing life and keep supporting Susie, because she's doing well, and you want people like that to bring other people up as well. So try and encourage her to raid other people as well, because social anxiety and all that stuff. But if I see you guys again, I'll be happy. But if I don't, we'll get it right one. And until next time, everyone.